What's up guys, this is Antonio and today we're going to be doing a bit of show and tell for this beautiful new Harvey table saw I just picked up. Also, I got a little surprise at the end, so stay tuned in to check that out. Well guys, I did it again. I bit one more very expensive bullet. Guess what it is? That's right, I got a new table saw, baby. I am so dang excited right now because this is something I have been wanting to get for a very long time, and I finally got it. This is my dream table saw. Now for many of you guys who have been watching my channel, I've been surviving off of this radial arm saw back here. I got this thing for like $70 way back in the day. It's been quite a few years now. I did build this nice top for it, which has some wear and tear already. Could always surface that. I don't know if I want to keep this thing or if I'm going to sell it yet. If you guys have any suggestions as to why I should keep it or sell it, please let me know. But look at this beauty. This is the Harvey series HW110S 36. I went with the 36 because my shop isn't very big here, as you can see. But we do have some big power. Look at that. This motor is a beast. Now I have seen quite a few Harvey videos. I've probably seen just about every Harvey video on the internet, and not many of them show you the internals, so that's what I'm going to do. Got my light here, I'm going to show you guys the internals. Check that out. It does have some internal dust collection that leads to the outside right here. That's pretty much what the most of the inside cabinet's empty. I do have it tilted just so you guys can get a really good look at the motor and trunnion system. Now the trunnion is kind of blocked with this little box here. Now I am not a professional when it comes to understanding what I'm looking at here, other than this is the motor and that's the trunnion. That's the dust collection. I did decide to go with a gold top, not intentionally. I just got the gold top because I purchased this on a sale and it happened to be the one with the gold top, so that's what I got. Now for the next step, I have to assemble it. I'm not a professional when it comes to assembly, so this is not going to be an assembly video. And once it's assembled, I'm going to skip to that point. And 1, 2, 3. Whoop, 1, 2, 3. Bam, son, look at that. We have this thing fully assembled 100%. Alright guys, I do have a little bit of a confession to make. It's actually been a couple of weeks since I've assembled this thing. I've never been really good at you know, finishing up a video as soon as I start it, but I'm back and I have used this thing quite a bit actually in the past couple of weeks that I've had it, and let me tell you, I absolutely love this thing. Thing is a beast. I decided to go with the 36-inch model because my shop isn't super big. This thing takes up almost like half the width of the shop, and you may be able to tell it's been in use because there is some dust on it here and there, especially on the hose. I don't really have the best dust collection. I'm kind of just using this rigid shop vac for now, in combination with this lid right here. This is supposed to gather all of the dust to prolong the life of your filter. I actually really like this thing. I think it works pretty well. If you're wondering why I have clamps on it, it's not because of the lid. The lid works just fine, but sometimes I hook it up to the planer here, and the planer actually has its own blower in the back, whereas when it's hooked up to the shop vac sucks the air out of one side, but when you're blowing the air into it, the top kind of pops off. So that's why I have the clamps on. Anyways, back to the table saw. This thing is super nice. It does come with the Harvey compass miter gauge. I understand this is their newer model miter gauge. I'm not too familiar with all of the features and statistics this thing comes with, but I can tell you that I love it. I think it is really nice, especially since it comes free with the table saw. From what I understand, most people typically don't like the miter gauges that their table saw comes with, but the Harvey table saw miter gauge is the exception. Now this fence here does have two settings. Right now it is in the high setting. This thing slides right off. If we loosen it right here, this whole thing slides off, and you can turn it like that. Now that is called the low setting, and your high and low determine which one of these or measuring glasses you're going to use on the tape measure here. Now most people, 90% of the time, you're just going to use the high setting. Now I know a lot of people also like to see how smooth this fence moves. Check this out. I absolutely love it. It glides super smooth. Then you just lock it in place right there. Now, this is my very first table saw that I've ever had. Most of you may not know, this radial arm saw here is what I've been using for the past several years. And this is the Craftsman radial arm saw from Sears. I don't know, I forgot exactly what the model name was. Very good radial arm saw in my opinion, especially for the price range. I think I got it for like $100. I made this top for it a couple summers ago. It's been working perfectly fine ever since. I could have kept using this, but I wanted to get the radial arm saw for its high precision. I also made, in case you're wondering what this is just a little dust collection jig I kind of threw together one day because I had no dust collection and I was tired of breathing in dust. As you guys can see, I don't know how well you could see the dust, but it does collect the dust pretty well. If we take a look back here, you can see that dust port back there. I think it works pretty good. And now this thing does make pretty good cuts. It is pretty close to a 90. You can't really tell just by looking at it. It is pretty accurate for most woodworkers, especially if you're a beginner. But for somebody like me that's been doing woodworking for quite a few years, I highly value the precision this thing brings to the table. All right, now just for funsies, I know many of you guys want to see this thing in action, so we're gonna do some cross cutting and then I'll show you guys some rips. I got the rigid shop vac all hooked up. We're gonna turn that on. Check that out. I'd say that cut came out pretty dang good. Now that is a guaranteed perfect 90 degree on all sides. Now, one thing I really like about this disc collection is it has a quick release back here. You gotta kind of wiggle it a little bit, but it does come off fairly quick. Now, based on many of the videos I've seen, a lot of people, to square up their blade with the fence here, they use a fancy tool that slides into the T-slot here, and it measures the distance from the blade to right here. Now I don't have that fancy tool, but what I did was I just moved the fence itself up against the blade, kind of eyeballed it, that the fence is perfectly straight with the blade here. I could even turn the blade and you can see that it's just perfect all the way around. That being said, I did notice a very slight wobble in the blade, but I'm no professional, but I do believe that is due to the blade itself. I think that when I tighten the nut, the blade kind of curves like that, if that makes sense. I don't really know why. I think it's because the Diablo blades are a little bit thinner than traditional blades, but aside from that, it still makes super straight cuts, so I'm not really worried about it. Now normally I like to rip with the overhead on here to collect as much dust as possible, but just for you guys I left it off so we could get a better view. So let's go ahead and do it. I have the dust collection set up for the bottom port, and in my opinion it doesn't suck up quite as much as when it's on the top port, but it still does a decent job. And I think we're ready. Got my push stick here. There you have it, guys. A1 steak sauce. Look at that. All in all, I'm very happy to say that I'm a proud owner of a Harvey Table saw. It has met every single one of my expectations and exceeded them. I'm very happy with it. I cannot say I would be disappointed in even the slightest bit. What I say, is it worth the money? Hell yeah. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. But before we go, I have one last thing to show you guys. I am now the proud owner of MyCraft LLC. You can check out my website at mycraftmanship.com. That is CRAFTMANSHIP.com. Link will be in the description. Let me show you guys what I'm making for y'all. This is the first cutting board design of many to come. I call this one Bored to Death because while making it, it just killed my boredom. I love what I do. I have a great passion in woodworking and I want nothing more than to turn my passion into a career. So check out my website if you'd like to support me. This is board number 2. This one is called Slice of Life. As you can tell, these boards are made with premium exotic woods and handcrafted with love and care. And handcrafted with a great passion, let me tell you. This one is actually, they're both my favorite. I think they are both absolutely gorgeous pieces of work. And let me show you guys the packaging. Check this out. I even came up with my own custom packaging design. So when you guys place an order for a cutting board, you're gonna get it in this beautiful packaging. It has my logo in the front, MyCraft. And when we open it, let me show you guys the inside. You're gonna love this. So we're gonna have the board wrapped and ready to go. We have it wrapped in some freezer paper to keep the oils from the board from leaking onto the box here, also to help keep it clean. We have some twine for some aesthetics when you open it. You're going to have your beautiful board right inside there. And I even put some, I forgot what this is called. It's like some kind of string paper. It's very good for packaging, and it also makes this packaging good for gifting. So if you have a friend, father, mother, husband, or wife that you would like to gift, this is the perfect gift for them. It's basically already gift wrapped and ready to go. Or even if you'd like to gift it to yourself. It's a wonderful unboxing experience, and I know you guys will love it as much as I did making it. So check out my website. Also, because this is such a brand new business, many of you who are also business owners may know how hard it is when you first start your business. Currently have very little income, so if you guys are interested in supporting me so I could keep bringing you guys videos and new products in the future, I will also leave a donation link in the description. For anybody that donates, I greatly appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. I wish you guys a wonderful day. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Peace out. And notification bell.